Okay, so I will take this key to the water just like this and make my offerings. But I'm going to tell you guys one more thing before I get back to Filomiz. One more thing. Stop taking your offerings and throwing them in the trash can with all the muck and the guck and the trash can slime. And you think that that offering is good. How you dispose of it also tells you whether that offering was accepted or not. You understand? And some people take it off their altars and take it and put it in the garbage can. Whew, I digress. Hey, I digress. We're not going to go there. We ain't got time to go there, but y'all be doing the most out here. Y'all be doing the most because y'all are TikTok voodooisants. Y'all are YouTube voodooisants. Y'all need to come down to Haiti to Filomiz voodooisants, where the real voodooisants be, okay? And you will, you know, I can feel my blood. I remember, those of you who've been with me for like the last couple years, I remember when I first rolled up to Filomiz. I wasn't even around the bend where the church was, I was just in the area, and I could hear the drums, and I could, you know, I could just, the energy, and I had to sit down, and I bought some water, and I sat down with a lady who's like, here, take this chair, sit down. She still comes around to my shop. She still walks around there. She just be coming to check in with me, you know. She remembers that first day when I rolled up around there. And I said, I'm home. I said, oh my God, this is it. I'm home. It felt like deja vu. It felt like I said, they're going to have to put me out of here. It felt like deja vu. And I got a little spot there, and I've been there ever since. You understand? And I haven't seen any other little spots available. So it ain't easy. But what's for you is for you, and it won't miss you, okay? Now, I plan to get some water from the sea. Actually, in the north, I do believe that is the Atlantic Ocean, even though I call it all the Caribbean Sea. The Caribbean Sea, I think, is down on those beaches down in Port-au-Prince, but regardless. Those of you who know the story of Philomena, the Saint Philomena, she had to fight for her virginity. She was tortured and everything because she didn't want to marry the king. And this story came out through prophecy. And every time they would throw her in the water, throw arrows at her, something, angels would come, and they would see the angels and heal her up and so forth. And after she was unalived, that area people would go to and receive blessings, even receive healings for things that were like terminal and so forth. And I'm going to let y'all know this, because I will take little snippets and post them when I'm in Bordeaux. But the real voodoo happens at night, okay? It happens at night, okay? That's why I put a little bed in the back of my shop, because the real voodoo happens at night. And my cousin, he can't stay off the beach. When the people be over there and the drums, that's when he don't even move in the daytime. He don't even move in the daytime. And at night, you know, you don't want to be out there with it because, you know, your iPhone will have a light when you're recording. But I'm telling you, it's a different energy at night. But don't think that people are coming to that area and taking baths. And you really haven't completed your pilgrimage there until you've gotten in that water and taken a bath. And you will see them sometimes carry people there. I'm going to tell you this. I don't drink sugar anymore, especially when I'm in Haiti, because the soft drinks taste like they're more sweet than in the US. And my A1C, which is how you know if you're diabetic or not, was very high. It was like 12. And now I am no longer diabetic. When I came back from Haiti this last time, I said to my doctor, I don't feel like I'm diabetic anymore. Because when I was in Haiti, sometime I would check my blood sugar and it would be like 70, and I could tell because I felt dizzy. And I would drink Gatorade. And normally I wouldn't drink anything with sugar, but I would take Gatorade because I thought I was dehydrated. When actually my A1C is to a level that I'm no longer considered diabetic, because you want to get it below 7. You understand? And so I told him, I could feel it. I could feel it in my body. And now it's 6 point something. And I was like, I don't feel like I'm diabetic anymore, even though I was still taking the Farxiga. And I still take Farxiga. It's just a very, very low milligram. So he said, you will always be diabetic. And I was thinking, always? What is that? Like once you go black, you don't go back? Once you diabetic, you're always diabetic? And he was like, you'll always be diabetic. It's just controlled with medication. And I was like, okay. He's like, but we'll check. And when he checked, my A1C I was not in the diabetic range anymore. And, it didn't happen instantly. It did not. I would say over a course of a year. But from the last 2 A1Cs, this was huge. And I could actually feel it in my body. And I thank Filomiz for that. Because I will sit at this altar and say, every cell in my body is healthy. Every cell in my body is healed. And that's my mantra. You understand? That's my mantra. Now, for the people who are taking part in the full moon ritual, which is going to be in Haiti, I'm going to bring you back some of the water from Filomiz out in the sea. But if you would like some of the water, let me know. Even if you're not taking part in the full moon ritual, okay? You can use it in your bath. You can put it in a little bottle for your altar. Those of you who have water spirit altars, we always keep bottles of different water. Rain water, sea water, fresh water, salt water. the first rain in May water. We call that, May water. It's a special water in the Caribbean. People collect the first rain in May. But there's something about that Filomiz water. And there's something about it that everybody has to make that pilgrimage out there. I'm telling you. It's a very healing place, not just because it's a beach. I'm Mambo Dad.